Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First and foremost, I shall give my thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Without His grace, we shall never be in this place. Secondly, may praises and blessings be given to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has guided us from the age of darkness to the age of triumph that we are living in today. Hi folks, my name is Azier. I came from AlWafi Islamic boarding school, and I stand before you to deliver a set of words that I will be calling it my speech. I hope you're all as enthusiastic as I am today, but I digress, since that is not what I'm here for. Let's talk about social media. Talking about social media nowadays is already familiar to the community because everyone uses social media, from the young to the elderly. Either it's for business purposes or it's just for connecting with other people. Life has been so much easier with the use of social media. But alas, however, social media has its positive and negative impacts. I am here to help explain to you guys about the positive and negative impacts on social media. Let's start with positive. 1. As a mean of promotion. What do I mean by this is, because everyone is using social media, it makes us easier, yeah? It opens up an opportunity for us to promote our items, our products, and our services to anyone, reducing the usage of plastic banners and paper flyers, and that ultimately make our planet healthier and also make production costs lower. A win-win situation, if you ask me. And also, with online advertising, it makes us easier to promote our products to a wider audience without the inconvenience of going out of town and putting all of those flyers and banners everywhere. Life has become so much easier. Secondly, as a way of making friends. Well, nowadays, making friends is as easy as pressing a button, and with set button press, not only that you can make domestic friends, you can also make foreign friends. And with foreign friends, we can increase our knowledge and experience in foreign languages. Neat. Thirdly, well, almost everybody knows this, as a means of communication. With social media, it makes us much more easier to communicate with other people. Fourth, as a place to share. Because us humans like to share a lot, that with the existing features that is in social media, it makes us easier to exchange data. Either it's in the form of documents or photos or voice messages. Not only that, we can also share the art we've made, the creative ideas we have, the novels we've wrote, and stories we have, albeit silly stories or motivational life stories. The possibilities are endless, and with the freedom of speech, we can share it with anyone we want, with anywhere we want. Either we can share it to the friend from around the block or friend from around the country. What a beautiful thing this internet is, isn't it? But every rose has its thorn, which means there is no such thing as perfection. Beautiful yet tragic. But sadly, that's the truth that we have to bear. With that, I shall explain to you guys about the negative impacts on social media. Among them are 1. The emergence of crime. Well, what do I mean by this is because of social media nowadays do not have any supervisors, well, our rapid growth in technology is great and all, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it is better for the future. Because of how rapid our growth in technology is, we don't have any supervisors or law enforcers in the field, thus making crimes such as fraud, scam, and kidnapping much more easier, and cyberbullying are some of the most common crimes. And because there are no supervisors, it makes crime much more easier to commit and making it much more easier to get away with it. Secondly, and to me this is the scariest thing, it can make relationships destroyed. Because social media can cause jealousy between partners if said partner has an unnatural relationship with another person. And because there are no supervisors in the field, anyone can destroy any relationships with a single hoax. And this is unavoidable. This is the scariest thing. It's unavoidable. Lastly, it adds to the nature of addiction. Well, social media can become an addiction even though without nicotine. And people who are addicted to social media can make them closed off to the life around him. And pessimism and self-hate are some of the most common risks of addiction. Well, especially pornographic addiction, that ultimately can result in the destruction of the brain. Are there any remedies to such calamity? Well, to be honest, I don't know. But there is one thing that I do know. 'Tis better to prevent rather to cure. And those were the positive and negative impacts that may come with the usage of social media. But it all comes back to us, the users. Because my father once said, a knife can be used to cut vegetables, or it can be used to murder someone. What he means by that is, it all comes back to the users, to you and I, to us. Either can we make wise decisions while using social media? I hope we can always make a wise decision while using social media. I think that's all the time I have for today. Thank you all for listening to my relatively short speech. To be honest, I look forward to meeting you all in the future. And good luck, guys. Thank you all for listening. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.